everybody, Angie here, coming on to do this week's Margaret Miller Collage Challenge with you guys. We are on week 37. I've got most of my goodies right here that I'm going to work with. This is last week's, and I haven't done anything. It's because it's so big in my books. I haven't decided how I'm going to put that in there. So I'm just going to move this out of the way for right now and make us some room. Move my little shelf because I keep bumping into that every week, so I'm just going to remove it so we have a little room. Okay, and we're going to get started on this. How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody's well. I'm doing well. I've got my bandage off my hand, so I'm doing much better. It's a little bruised still, but I've got good functionality, so I'm doing good. Okay, on to business. We are on week 37. The prompts are something spooky, sheet music, a black and white photo, sequence of numbers, pattern paper, and for bonus, something gray. All right, we're going to run those through real quick. For something spooky, I have quite a few pieces. I don't know what I want to use. I kind of keep going back and forth, but I pulled this out. I think this is Tim Holtz out of one of his ephemera packs, I think. That looks pretty spooky. Crows, of course, those are always spooky, and I just cut that out of, I did that off camera just now. I cut that, it was like out of from a, like a journal card or something. I don't know what it was, but they were sitting in a tree, like a little spooky scene, so I didn't want all that. So I just cut out the two little crows. Okay, sheet music. I just had a piece of scrap. Hopefully that'll be enough in my scraps. That was the biggest piece that I had in my scraps. Black and white photo. I used one of Tim Holt's photo booth characters, and he looks kind of sinister to me, like he's up to something. Okay. Sequence of numbers. I have this digital here of a bingo card. Pattern paper. Since we're kind of going with the dark theme, I had this piece of black polka dot paper here. And then just some other elements. I had these little die cuts that say books. I figure everything's kind of real dark and gloomy. So obviously we're gonna have to put together a compilation of like a spooky scene. So I wanted to have some pops of color, so I grabbed those. And then I grabbed this skeleton. And then just for something gray, I did this in grayscale. I printed these out, these couple things here. This was a picture of a tree. I don't know, it had a saying and a man and a little scene. I just cut out the tree the best I could, fussy cut that. And then this was a scene of a house for sale. So I did that in grayscale, printed that out, and I just cut around the house itself. I didn't want all the other elements, excuse me. Okay, so I'm just gonna try and put something together here, and we'll see what we come up with, okay? All right, so these are all my top pieces, so we'll get the little smaller ones out of the way. We'll pull in our bigger pieces and see what we could come up with. I also have some black acrylic paint here. Thought maybe we could do something with that, do some splattering or something, or some shadowing of some sort. We'll see. Or where is my black soot? Maybe we could just use that. We'll see what we can come up with. Okay, so let's see. So I kind of like the spook and the numbers, so we definitely want that to show. Okay, so maybe let's see. Maybe something like that. And just show some of the numbers. Let's see how that, for starters, if we go with something like that. Okay, already I don't like the background. So I think that's where we're gonna come into using some of and acrylic paint dries pretty quickly. So I'm just gonna use a little bit. And I'm not gonna be neat about it. I'm not going to be precise, anything like that. We're just going to put a little Maybe I could put a little water on this and thin it out just a tad. Because I realize this is very thin paper that I'm working with, so I can't go too heavy with my paints and such. So just to take away that whiteness and maybe those lines, I don't know. Maybe we can just do a quick brushing here and there. Get some in the background. So actually this week's proms kind of comes fairly good timing because everybody's got Halloween in mind. So I'm sure we're going to be seeing a lot of spooky collages this week. So that's going to be really fun. Okay. And I'm going to hold on to that just in case we need more. I'm going to try not to make a mess with it. No promises. No promises. Okay, let's give that a little fanning. I'm wondering if maybe I should glue that down to the next page. I don't think it would be a bad idea. Well, I can get paint on my hands anyway, so. I'll grab a baby wipe here real quick and try and clean my hands up a little bit so I don't have black all over my other pieces. You know how acrylic is. Okay. Okay, that's good enough for right now. Okay. Almost dry. Just a little damp. Okay, so what did I say? Maybe something like, yeah, see, that looks better already, just having that black underneath. I definitely want some of the music portion to show. Let's see. I don't necessarily want to see that witch though. Maybe come up like that. Let's see. I'm gonna grab another wipe here. Okay, let's see what we can come up with. Maybe that for a start. I think I can live with that. Okay. And I'm just going to tack it down and then we'll secure it down really good at the end, just so my pieces aren't moving on me. I'm just thinking if maybe I should tear this or something a little bit. So I don't have so many straight edges. I'm just kind of, but I think our pieces will probably cover things up for the most part, hopefully. So we'll see. Okay. I really like this tree. I think this tree has some potential. It looks nice and spooky and bare. I like the jack-o'-lantern, but I don't necessarily like the rest of it. Maybe if we cover it up. Okay, I think I want that there. So tack that down. Okay, I kind of like that. I would like to have these birds in the tree, but oh, you know what? Hold on a second. I just had a thought. I'm gonna find. A second. Cheesecloth. What if we use a little cheesecloth as like a spider web, and maybe we can do something with that. Let's see what we can do. Separate that, and we'll stretch it out. Maybe we can just like drape it over to kind of give things a little spooky feel. Kind of like that. Okay, so if we tuck that back there. That'll help hold that up. Okay. Yeah, I kind of like that. And maybe if we can pull it across part of the page. But I don't want it to look like the crow, so let me bring the crow out. Pull it down over the tree a bit. I still have another piece, but I don't want it to be too thick and too heavy. Okay, let's put a little, tack that down right there. Keep that in place. Okay. Okay, that's about as far as we're going to be able to stretch that. So we'll tack that down right there. We'll just let it hang. I think that's okay. Let it hang. Yeah, kind of like that. Okay. All right, and then we can set him up here. Maybe. Or here. I think that little bit of green is bothering me. Let me cut that out. I think it would be okay if I had other green in my compositional thing here, but I guess I could bring that blue. Oops, just cut part of his leg off. Maybe put him there. Okay, let's see. Okay, I got an idea. I like to tell a story with my collages when I can, so I'm just trying to think. We're going to pretend this gentleman here is bitter. Okay, this used to be his house, and he's not pleased with his family, what they're doing to the house, how they're treating it and caring for it. He worked all his life to get that house paid for, and he is just not happy with his family right now. So he has come back in ghost form. And he's haunting his house right here. Okay. So he's just not happy for whatever reason. Okay, yeah, I kind of like that. Kind of adds to the, I don't know, for some reason I don't like that text on there. Let me move this off. We definitely need to add some color in here. We can just pop that right there. Use that for something else maybe. Okay, what else do we have? Let's see. So we got the gray, we've got the pattern paper, it's got the numbers, photo, sheet music. Okay, so we've got everything on here. Okay, so let's move these. Let's do some splattering. I kind of like that. I can put this tree down now. Okay. All right, let's see what we can do with this before I have a mess everywhere. Okay, I'm gonna bring in a little more water, thin that out, a little bit that I have left. Try without making a mess everywhere. I don't think I want his face. Okay, I think that's enough. And I think I want some white too though, but I didn't grab my white paint. I have, let's see, what is this? This here is a mixture of glue and gesso and water. It's been sitting, so it's gotten quite thick. So I'm going to thin this out. We're going to try and use some of this. It's pretty thick though, I don't know. Trying to thin it out enough to where I can get some splatters, just a few. I don't need a lot, I don't think, but just to offset all that black. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Still kind of thick, and I've got paint still in my brush. Wonder if I just that's not really working too well. I'm gonna have to throw this away when I'm done anyway, so let's see if I can get just a little bit of use out of some of this. I do have some distressed crayons, but might as well try and use this up, guys. So I'm just putting it on a little heavier in some spots, just to really just to use it up. No other reason. Add a little texture. here and there. Yeah, it's too thick to kind of splatter. Let it drip. It's going to take a while for this to dry. It's pretty thick. Okay, that's enough of that mess. Alrighty. Maybe it'll be dry by next week. Oh, goodness. Okay. So that's enough of that. That's enough of that. And that. Okay. I'll bring my crow back in. I think I want him poking out here. We definitely need a little more color, so I'll bring these back in. So we have got this gentleman here that's haunting his own house. He's passed on, and he's not pleased with what's going on in the house since his demise. All right. Let me see what else we need on there. I think that's good. I think once everything dries, I think we'll be good to go. Thoroughly. Okay, I'm gonna call that one a wrap, guys. Do I want to put any more of this? I don't know why I'm using my scissors. Not good. Okay, it's not too bad. All right, I'm gonna call that one a wrap. I'm not a big fan of Halloween in general, but I think for the most part, I think that came together. Okay, for something spooky, we've got the crows, we've got the jack-o'-lantern. Sheet music, got a piece back here. Black and white photo, we've got this gentleman here, sequence of numbers. I've got my bingo card, pattern paper, I've got the polka dots, something gray. I've got these two prints in grayscale there. And that is my composition for the week, guys. I hope you like what you see. I would love it if you would hit that subscribe button. Thank you so very, very much for spending some time with me. I appreciate it. And until next week, I will see you guys soon. Thank you so much. Take care and God bless. Bye-bye.